June is National Cancer Survivor Month, and this morning we're speaking with two cancer survivors about their stories, but also their partnership. We're here with Lyndsay Levingston, founder of SurviveHER, and Christina Mackey, who's an advocate trainer with the Tigerlily Foundation. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Owen.
I'm so glad you're here to talk about this. So June is Survivors Month. Why is it so important to continue to draw attention to stories of surviving?
So as a breast cancer survivor of 4 years, it's so important that we shine a pink spotlight, specifically on breast cancer survivors. Oftentimes, Owen, people assume that after you complete treatment that your journey is over, but really a new chapter has just begun. And so it's important that we provide support, resources, we are uplifting and uplifting others through their survivorship journey.
Now you do that through your organization, SurviveHER, and Christina, through the Tigerlily Foundation. How do the angel advocate trainers, how does that work? How does that program function?
Yeah, again, Owen, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I went through the Tigerlily Advocacy Training Program when I was in treatment myself. It is an empowering curriculum, and the scope and sequence of that content is designed to help the patient, A, be self-sufficient, empower them to find their patient voice, and in moments of weakness, because they do come during treatment, to have their co-survivor or their caretaker be able to stand and advocate for them. It is hard sometimes to speak up for yourself when you're faced with a medical professional, so to be able to know your rights and to advocate for yourself and your body.
Yeah, that seems like it's very specialized, right? You almost need to have that experience in addition to the training to be well versed.
Absolutely. You know, it's easier to speak from lived experience when you have undergone chemotherapy treatment. For me, it was bilateral breast mastectomy, reconstruction, and a procedure to remove my ovaries and fallopian tubes. And so to be able to talk to and educate other women as they're going through their same journeys, I think it's just so important that those with the lived experience are able to share and pass on knowledge to help other women really get through their challenging journeys.
Yeah, I mean, Christina, you said you didn't have an advocate during your journey. Was that difficult in retrospect?
In retrospect, yes. As I got into the weeds of chemo, there were moments where, and my survivors out there who have gone through chemo know what chemo fog is. You have to keep a literal journal and ledger of your side effects, and it's hard to just really advocate for yourself, especially when you want to stop a certain line of treatment for a better quality of life. So I look back in retrospect. Sometimes I do wish maybe I'd asked for help. But that is my living legacy now, is understanding what my rights are, how to ask for help, and how to best serve
and sharing it, right, with other women that are going through it. So together now, you guys have a partnership going. Tell us about the luncheon next week and how you guys are like bringing your resources together.
So one thing I want to call out is that there are 4 million women breast cancer survivors in the nation, those who are currently in treatment and those who are in treatment and those who have completed treatment. And so through SurviveHER, we work to bring together those survivors, wherever they are in their journeys, to uplift them, inspire them, and just give them the resources they need to positively just live their breast healthiest lives. So SurviveHER, in partnership with the Tigerlily Foundation, is hosting Thriving Beyond Pink, a celebration of survivorship. It's a lunch and learn to promote wellness. We have to stay active, live our, again, breast healthiest lives. We have to maintain our mental health and capacity during survivorship. We also have to just take care of every aspect of our body so that we can really thrive in survivorship. And I think oftentimes there's a stigma around it that we're depressed or that we're down, but we have to take the reins back and take control of what we can, and that is to live our best and to not fear recurrence, right? Because that oftentimes
that's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Day to day, yeah.
And I know you can speak to this too. We also want to help promote next week, it's Black Family Cancer Awareness Week. Black women have a 40% mortality rate of breast cancer compared to white women. And so we are all about raising awareness around prevention, early detection, screening, and genetic testing, knowing your family history. I am a BRCA1 gene mutation carrier, and I had no idea that it ran on the paternal side of my family. So through SurviveHER, we educate women and men too about knowing your family history, your hereditary risk and predispositions. Also, another component of Black Family Cancer Awareness Week is clinical trials, and I know Christina can speak to that as well.
Yes, so very quickly, out of those 1 in 9, 1 in 4 are Black and brown women diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. In 2022, at age 33, I was diagnosed with stage 3B triple negative breast cancer overnight through self-discovery. Thank God for my oncologist team, my onco team at MD Anderson. I was presented with the opportunity to participate in a clinical trial. It was in phase 2. It was successful. I'm here today. Thank God for his grace and mercy. And it is now the standard form of treatment. It is no longer a clinical trial for patients undergoing the same diagnosis.
No kidding.
And clinical trials is a part of the work that I do. It's a part of my living legacy with Tigerlily. I train on a module specifically around clinical trials, and I will forever advocate that if you are going through a cancer diagnosis, it very likely could be your best shot at sustainable life and survivorship.
So what do you guys hope that folks take away from the luncheon next week? Because I know you said it's really open to anybody, but specifically really survivors and co-survivors that are going through this journey together. What do you hope they take away from next week?
So we want them to feel empowered and informed and inspired. There will be panel discussions among survivors. So we're creating that safe space to have real conversations, survivor to survivor. We will also have an Ask the Doctor segment sponsored by MD Anderson so that survivors can ask questions about what they're going through post-treatment. So we hope that they walk away really equipped, armed, inspired, and empowered to live their best, healthiest lives, Owen.
I love the way you put that. Let's put the graphic back up on the screen and let's give the details, because this is next Saturday, June 15th.
That's right. It's at Brentwood Baptist Church, the Lifelong Learning Center Ballroom. And to register for this, you can visit I'mASurviveHER.org. And we'd love to meet the women in the Houston area and receive them.
That's beautiful. And pay it forward, as it were. Lyndsay and Christina, thanks so much for your time, and it's great to see you. Great to meet you, and great to see you once again,
Good to see you
Lyndsay.
again, Owen.
Hope you
Thanks for
come back
having
for more
us.
conversations.
We'll be back in our pink.
Can't wait. Love it.